Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing great. Students, today we will start our first chapter, that is chapter number 10, and the name is Two Rascals. Say it with me, Two Rascals. Very good. Students, do you have any idea about rascals? Do you? Let me tell you, rascals are those who have bad habits like stealing or thieving. You can also say they are thieves. Who are they? They are thieves. Very good. Students, our today's passage starts from here and ends over there. Before we will start our comprehensive reading, can you see the picture given below? Well, as you can see, there is a woman in the picture. Can you see that? Very good. So it means that this topic is related to two rascals and a woman. Clear? Students, let's start our comprehensive reading. There was once an old woman who lived all alone in a tiny house at the edge of a village. Students, underline the word edge. Then I will tell you the synonym. The word is edge. Say it with me, edge. And the synonym of edge is boundary. What is it? Boundary. Students, now you know the synonym of the given word. Can you apply it in your sentence? Like this. There was once an old woman who lived all alone in a tiny house at the boundary of a village. Students, the meaning of tiny is little. What is it? Little. So you can also say there was once an old woman who lived all alone in a little house at the boundary of a village. Very good. She was very poor and all she had to eat was beans. Students, what she had to eat? Beans. What is it? Beans. Very good. Of course, she ate a few vegetables from her garden, but most of them she took into the village on market day to sell or trade for what little she needed for her simple life. Students, time to learn some dictation words. Vegetables. What is it? Vegetables. Very good. Village. What is it? Village. Market. Market. Superb. Let's move forward. But the old woman was very thrifty. What is thrifty? Students, underline it. Then I will tell you the synonym. So, the synonym of thrifty is careful. What is it? Careful. Apply it in your sentence. But the old woman was very careful. She saved some money and out of this money she bought a cake. So students, the old woman saved some money. And what did she buy with those money? She bought a cake. This cake she kept in her closet. Students, closet is a cupboard. You can also say cupboard. This cake she kept in her cupboard and money in her bag hanging from a hook. I'll show you hook. Students, look, this is a hook where you can hang your things. And this is the bag in which the old woman kept her money. She thought that she would finish the cake in 4 to 5 days. Okay, students, let me ask you a few questions. Tell me, what did she buy with the money she saved? She bought a cake. Very good. And where did she keep the cake? She kept the cake in her closet and the money in her bag that was hanging from a hook. In how many days? She finished the cake in 4 to 5 days. That's what she thought. Okay, students, I hope our today's target is clear to you. Don't forget to practice it at home. Students, in our previous lesson, we talked about a woman who was living all alone in a tiny house and she was very poor. She saved some money also and she bought a cake and she also kept the cake in the closet. Students, let's start our today's lesson that starts from here and ends over there. Let's start. But one evening, a couple of young men who were traveling through the country stopped at the old woman's house and asked if they could have lodging for the night. Students, underline the word lodging. Students, say it with me. But one evening, a couple of young men who were traveling through the country stopped at the old woman's house and asked if they could have lodging for the night. Students, it's time to learn the synonym of lodging. The synonym of lodging is apartment. What is it? Apartment. You can also say residence. Let's apply it in our sentence. But one evening, a couple of young men who were traveling through the country stopped at the old woman's house and asked if they could have apartment for the night. The old woman had no extra beds. I told you she was a poor woman. She lived in a tiny house. How could she have a residence for a couple? So the old woman had no extra beds, but she offered to spread a blanket on the floor for the young men to sleep on. Students, underline the word offered. Then I will tell you the synonym and you will apply it in your sentence. The synonym of offered is give. What is it? Give. You can also say share. Let's apply it in our sentence like this. The old woman had no extra beds. As I told you, she was poor, but she gave to spread a blanket on the floor for the young men to sleep on. Clear? They said that would be fine and thanked the old woman for her kindness. It's nothing, the old woman told them. I'm happy to have the company. What she said? I'm happy to have the company. Students, what did the old woman say to the couple? I'm happy to have the company. I'll serve you a delicious cake. She also served them meal which she had prepared for herself. Underline the word served. Then I will tell you the synonym. The synonym is delivered. What is it? Delivered. She also delivered them meal. Underline the word meal. The synonym of meal is food. Underline the word prepared. And the synonym is make or ready. Let's apply these synonyms in our sentence to make it easier. She also passed them food which she had prepared, or you can use the synonym made for herself. Then she went to the kitchen and got out her pots and pans to prepare meal for herself. Students, who came to the old woman's house? A couple of young men who were traveling through the country. Students, did the old woman have extra beds? No, the old woman had no extra beds because she was very poor. What did she serve to them? She served them meal which she had prepared for herself. Students, I hope our today's lesson is clear to you. Don't forget to practice it at home thrice. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.